tweeted it. What are you talking about? So, anyway, so kind of a bittersweet day today. Matt Schneidman done a great job kind of capturing this as Mark Murphy's retirement day. Was a busy one signing autographs out there. Man, I'm telling you, I'll be honest with you guys. When I became a Packer fan, it was Bob Harlan running the show, right? I became a Packer fan back around 03, 02, somewhere in that range. And Bob Harlan was just a class act. And then, of course, Bob Harlan hands this off to Mark Murphy a few years later. And Mark Murphy's kind of all I've ever known as a Packer fan from a CEO, president standpoint. And I think this is the stuff that he did so well. Like he would put himself out there to the point that people would make memes about him and make fun of him and this and that because he comes across a little awkward. If you think he's awkward, if you think he is, different, you're probably walking around every day of life trying to be someone you're not. I love the fact that Mark Murphy is unapologetically himself. That silly laugh he's got all the time. I mean, we talk about it all the time. We got the drop here. Where's it at?
65%.
65%. That's what man is living the high life, making a ton of money, representing the most storied franchise in the history of the most popular league on the face of the planet, right? To the best of my knowledge, he stays in the Titletown area. I think he's got one of those real nice condos over there, and I'm sure he's got multiple homes with his salary and how successful he's been throughout his whole year. His whole life, it's not just about the Packers. This dude has been successful at everything he's touched. When he was in the league, all the way down the line. Many people, it's amazing how many fans don't even know he was in the league. He led the league in interceptions one year. The dude was a football player. He went on, I think he got a law degree. He was the athletic director at Northwestern. And then he takes over in the shadow of Bob Harlan. Just done a hell of a job. I heard somebody on the radio earlier today. I'm not going to name drop him, but I was just shaking my head. He was like, he stepped into a situation where everything was built when they won the Super Bowl. And I was like, did he really come in 2010? I thought it was a few years before that. It was a few years before that when he came in. And it's just like, well, that doesn't count. Why doesn't it count? You know what I mean? Like, I just think everything he's touched over at Titletown has turned to gold. Emilio, you finally got to see the fruits of that labor this year for the first time. I know, Jacob, you've seen a good chunk of it a couple of years ago when we were up there. But I want to get your all's take on what Mark Murphy has done here. We got a couple other clips we'll play on him too because, I think it's absolutely awesome. As Bungie Chatterbug says, dude lived his dream, played in the league, and run one of the most successful franchises in history. That's a hell of a life. It really is. But, Emilio, what did you think of Titletown, and what do you think of our boy Mark Murphy here and what he's done there?
Incredible, what he's brought to feedback. Incredible what he's brought to the team, to the town, everything, that personality, that, the being able to just be personal with the fans is, maybe not something that's on the job, resume or whatever, but he does it perfectly. Like you said, he can go out there and just be himself, live it up as life. We're only on here for a short time. He enjoyed it. He lived it up. And for the Green Bay Packers, got to play in the league. Absolutely love him. Cannot appreciate him more. And pretty much, the only owner that I knew really, for my sake. But what a guy. So happy that I got to see Titletown, what he brought to that team, what he brought to the city. And I'm just hoping, policy keeps that going still. I want to kind of see that personality, being personal with the fans. But just what a guy.
Yeah, Jacob, here was the ovation he got at the shareholders meeting, his final shareholder. I say his final shareholders meeting. I think he's still going to be around, but obviously the only reason he's stepping down is because he reached that age limit, right? But listen to this ovation he got. This is Matt Schneidman that put it out. Good little crowd out there today, too, man. Love it. So what do you think, Jacob, about the job Mark Murphy's done, man? And like I said, what did you think when you seen Titletown there a couple of years ago when we met up for the ball game?
I mean, it was different than what I remember, man. I've been to Lambeau. I mean, gosh, I don't even know how many times, 10 to 15 times at least in the last 10 to 15 years. And each time we'd go there, it just felt like it felt like a game of like Age of Empires or like Civ, where you'd come back and you're like, oh, the Empire's expanded. Like, you know what I mean? And you walk, like, I remember walking down the street, Clayton, on the way to the game and just seeing, like all the the businesses, the hotels, the scenery, even just random Bears fan. Remember, there was a random Bears fan like walking up and down, like, "You want a beer?" I'm like, "Okay." It's literally a spectacle. Yeah, I mean, and that was when we were playing the Rams, guys. It wasn't like we were playing the Bears. So it's just one of those things where it's became kind of a bucket list. Lambeau's always been a bucket list thing for, I believe, anybody that believes in true franchises, seeing the mecca of stadiums, the mecca of football, in my opinion. But now it's to the point where like it's really an eventful type thing, and he did it in a way without taking away from the integrity of what it is to be the Green Bay Packers, to be a small town franchise. He did it while keeping the small town community feel, but still brought in a lot of the modern commodities, amenities, luxuries that people require. The fact that we went from, if you guys could see what Green Bay, what Lambeau looked like in like 1995, 1996, compared to what it looks like now, it's unbelievable. It really truly is. So hats off to that man. I'll never, like Clayton said the other day, there will be no Mark Murphy slandered on this podcast. And I completely agree with that.
It seems like the people who have a problem with him, it's like every time I hear a story, and there's very few of them, and I won't mention names, but when I hear the story, it's like, didn't you kind of bring that on to yourself? You made a disrespectful comment, right? And I know I'm being very vague, and I'm being vague for a reason. I don't want to call people out, you know what I mean? But it's just like, I've never had a problem with him. I've met him a couple times at games, right? Why are you having a problem with him? Oh, because you made a comment to him that was disrespectful about his predecessor or whatever it may be. Like, I don't know, man. I just don't understand anyone who doesn't appreciate what he's done. But this was a video Tim put out. I'm going to play it real quick so you can hear the ovation a little bit better. Tim on the front row. Surprise, surprise, right? Tim always prepared.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Mark. Thanks, Mark. There you go, Mark. We love you, Mark. Thank you, Mark.
Look at Ed Policy right there, boys. He's either about to steal your aunt from your uncle, or he's going to make somebody go sleeping with the fishies. You know what I'm saying?
He looks like Tony Stark.
Yeah, I love it, dude. Absolutely.
Actually, that's a good one, Jacob. He actually does. That's good.
Tell ya.
I thought Tim was going to hit Mark with
65%.
65%. That's what
Hey, Goody.
There you go.
Nice.
Yeah. Pretty
Tim.
cool. Tim knows how to do it, man. Tim has had a very eventful look who he's sitting next to. He was sitting next to, super fan there, our boy.
Awesome.
Yeah. So I think he actually put a tweet out with him. That's Bobby, right?
Jacob, yeah, that's Bobby.
Yeah, had him on the show.
It's a nice cross helmet, Jacob. That's a nice one. I might need to get me one of those.
So obviously with the shareholders meeting, I'm excited to dive into some of the financials and stuff like that they talked about. I love looking at it. I won't bore you guys with it on the show, but I just love kind of looking at. It's the only team. It's one of only 32 teams on the face of the planet in the National Football League, and we actually get to see behind the scenes what was profited, the media, the marketing deals, all that stuff. So really, really cool. But so Tim got to meet. He's seen Mark Murphy, obviously shouting out Goody right there.
Mm-hmm.
Our boys met up and talked with Jeff Hafley. Got to hang out with Matthew Golden.
You got your boy's towel, right, Jacob?
Hey! I don't want to talk about
it. I think Tim might be looking to hold on to that and sell it to Jacob at a later day.
That's actually a good move on Tim's
It's like that NVIDIA stock, man. I know it looks good right now. Hold on to it. It's going to get better. You know what I'm saying? It's going to happen. So.
I feel like I need to start working on the draft board because Jacob's got the whole fantasy going down. Tim is just absolutely crushing it, boots on the ground. I'm over here just twiddling my thumbs. I feel like I need to start 2026 or something.
Yeah, but how many years deep are you in your dynasty on college football?
Oh, yeah, you don't want to know.
That's what I thought. All right. So Matt Schneidman put this one out. Ed Policy takes the stage for the first time as Packers president. Let's check it out.
It's kind of an emotional moment as I press the microphone down for the last time. I'm used to addressing moving the microphone down, following Mark for 13 years. In fact, just a few days ago,
kind of hard to hear, I know, but I think, did he just say 13? Is that what it is, guys? He's been here for 13 years working under Mark Murphy. Has it really been that long that he's been with the Packers, Ed Policy? Because I know he's been here a long time, and he's kind of helped lead the charge with Title 10. I'm going to look this up real quick. Ed Policy, year arrived in Packers.
That's pretty impressive if he's been there for 13 years, Clayton. I mean, that's over a decade as a backup, ready to take over. I would think so.
Yeah, 2012. Had previously joined the Packers organization in 2012. So, 13 years. Crazy. So, and, year 13. Yeah. Thank you, Tony. Appreciate it, buddy. Yeah, it's pretty wild, man. I'm excited to see the Ed Policy era take off here. And let's go get him a ring now. You know what I mean? Let's make this happen. Mark Murphy's got one. Let's go get Ed Policy one. So,